we had a little bit of an issue with technology, and I feel like when the buffering happened, it probably booted me out. So I don't think y'all were able to hear some of the last. I only probably had about 3 minutes of a message on the previous, but I can still come back and link it for you in the comments. But we have a reading for you about somebody who has had a suspicion or an inkling. I feel like this is what happened. I feel like this is who's responsible. But the Two of Pentacles, rather unusually, because most Two of Pentacles don't have somebody who's blindfolded, has this person not able to see what's really going on. So it's like, I'm going off my gut. This is not based off of evidence or not based off of, CVS receipts. It's just, I feel like this is off, or I feel like this is wrong, or I feel like this is the person who did that. Hey, Matt, how you doing? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind time for another time. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, along with information on how to become a member, as well as how to own one of the soy candles that I make, or link you to the Etsy page. And what I had already pulled in the previous reading is a lot of major arcana, okay? We have justice and strength. Strength being in the reverse. So we do have an issue here in terms of feeling like I know what needs to be done to make things right, or I know we need to get things back on track, but we don't necessarily have all the tools that we need, or we might be a little bit lacking with regards to that information. And yet we have this Empress and Temperance pair, which to me says we've got someone who's able to get things going and pick up on clues, maybe a little bit earlier than other people. But that intuition, in your opinion or in someone else's opinion, it needs to be backed up by evidence. So we have someone who's looking for information and looking to understand more clearly what actually happened and who did what. Then we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Mallets, which would be the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like we have a family member who is confessing, or a family member who is admitting what they've seen. Like, I don't know that anybody has told you this, but what I heard or what I saw was blah, blah, blah. Hey, Matt, I'm doing better today. What's up? Hello, user. We're back, Rachel. Hello, Mahendra. Hello, user. Okay, I like the sentiment, but I'm just going to ask you, is it Diani? Could you just not do all caps? It makes me feel like I'm getting yelled at. So this person's finally going to tell you that what you think is accurate. Or this person's going to admit something and you're going to be like, I knew it, and now you've confirmed it for me. See, I think you knew that someone was codependent or someone was giving in to a temptation. This is the same as the very first card, that Two of Pentacles. In this deck, it's the Two of Mallets. So no longer are we blindfolded. No longer are we trying to figure out, was it this or that? This is certainty. Okay, so we know it was this person. It's like we're playing a game of Clue. It was Miss Scarlet in the library with the candlestick. Queen of Chalices or Queen of Cups in the reverse. There's anger here, maybe jealousy, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so I feel like there's some emotional distress or an argument that led to someone behaving in a way they probably should not have, right? And maybe they thought they could get away with it or no one would really talk about it, but It looks like they were wrong. This is the Graffiti Tarot. Hello, James. How are you doing? Hello, Just Jokes. What's up? Rachel says, not the observatory. Oh, look, it's the Starry Observatory. That card is from the Path of Shadows, but I love you for saying that. Hello, Jenny. How are you doing? Hello again to Mike. Honestly, I don't know what happened. I've never seen it say reconnecting like that. Oh, what are we doing there, huh? You want to do your own thing? Okay. I would guess it has something to do with the fact that we had a really big storm last night. I think we actually had a tornado watch or warning. There have been tree branches all over the city, so I'm guessing it impacted something. Hello, Matthew. How are you doing? Queen of Cups. Interestingly, it landed on the Queen of Cups in the reverse from the previous deck. Then we also have the Star in the reverse and the Two of Cups. Okay, this feels to me like we've got someone, it's like I'm married into the family and everyone's got this like blank face. They don't want me to know any details or I don't get any information. And then there's one person in this family. Maybe it's a social dynamic, maybe it's a workplace, but there's one person who's like, you know what? I don't want to keep lying to this person. I don't want to lie to the High Priestess. I think they deserve to know the truth. Now, this Two of Cups could be a reference to we have a friendship, or it could be a romantic connection. I'm leaning towards this is someone who is like, I want to be respectful of the people that I'm related to, but at the same time, I care about this person who, maybe it's a friend of the family, maybe it's someone who married in. But it's like, I just don't feel right about following everyone else's example. This person deserves to know the truth. It happens. Hello, Blake, what's up? That makes me want to go to an art store. Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, another Devil, and another Sun. Yeah, so you were, the Eight of Swords, by the way, is another card that shows people blindfolded, generally speaking. This one doesn't. That seems to be a theme, right? We've got someone who felt like they didn't have the information or they needed some assistance to confirm what they were seeing or thinking or believing. We've got, it's like, I feel bad for you. I know everyone is like in solidarity over there, like against you, but I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair because you're not the problem. Kind of feels like we've got family, maybe friends who know that there's someone who has lied, cheated, betrayed, whatever. They've done something. I don't know if you saw that. It got real bright in here all of a sudden. So I light 2 of the 3 wicks that I have in my candle, and it just lit the other one, which is kind of interesting considering we're talking about the Sun card, right? And the light can talk about enlightenment. Yeah, you're about to find out something. And I feel like this is someone who is giving in after a period of time where they didn't feel like they could say anything or confirm anything. But they actually care about you. And they don't want you to keep dealing with that, right? Hello, Hooks. How are you doing? Hello, Catherine. Hello, spiritual healer. Oh no, is it acting up again? Hello, Danielle. Or is it Daniel? Sorry. Is it working okay? Okay. Ray, we've been working to not be irritable with each other. Hello, Nathaniel. How are you doing? Did it really, spiritual healer? That's crazy. Hello, Jamie. Yeah, I could see that. I can't believe you're saying the target of the hum because I did not plan this, okay? I have this beverage that this is the first time I've tried it, but the brand is hum. That's weird. That's weird. And did I say hello to Carrie? Hello, Carrie. Thank you, Tiny Shrunk Girl. How you doing? I know it's called British Red. I want to say it's Revlon, but I might be wrong about that. But I know the song or the actual color is British Red, and I think the number is 234. But it's my fave. Is that a beer? No, Ray. How many times have I told you that I don't drink? Blackberry vanilla, right? Probiotic kombucha, okay? Do you approve, Ray? Ray, you better be complimenting. You know what you're doing? You need to compliment Rachel. You be nice to the people in the live chat, and then we'll get back on a good footing here. But I don't want you sitting on my last nerve, okay? Hello, Joe. How are you doing? Really, Joao? I have good drinking stories, but I don't make any new ones. This is the Blood Moon Tarot. And we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse again, in the same position, no less. We got that from the Masonic Tarot as well. The Seven of Swords in the reverse is about coming clean, admitting the truth, no longer like building up an illusion. So we have someone who's saying, okay, since no one else is going to tell you, I will tell you the truth. Queen of Skins or Queen of Wands in the reverse. I have to be careful with that card because we got some boobies on it. And then we have the Page of Songs, which is the Page of Cups. I feel like this is saying we needed to have a chat about what's really going on. The Queen of Wands being in the reverse, clarifying the Star in the reverse. This is possibly related to infidelity, possibly related to some insecurity, jealousy. Eight of Songs, which is the Eight of Cups. That's kind of beautiful. It's interesting because you've got a reflection in the water, but the reflection isn't the same. So we have someone who feels like they have to walk away now that they know the truth, now that they've gotten confirmation. Four of Songs or Four of Cups in the reverse. Someone told me that they had said no, that they didn't give in to temptation. But I see now that that might be untrue. I see now that maybe this person that I've been a little bit nervous about whether or not I could trust them It might be actually that they are not trustworthy, that they did lie to me. So we might have a sibling or like an aunt or uncle or a cousin or maybe even a parent who's talking to the Empress and basically saying, yes, whatever your assumption is, that is probably the issue. Hello, Callan. How are you doing? Eight of honey or eight of pentacles in the reverse. Queen of songs, which is the Queen of Cups. And the 10 of dreams. I love this artistic rendering. Look at that. Who, me? Oh, I'm just a skull with some dragonfly eyes. What's up? Or is that a Luna moth? It might be. I love it. This is information regarding a relationship. And I believe these two people live together, or these two people have been working to build something for a while. It could still be friends or family members dealing with each other, but I feel for the majority of you, this would be a marriage or a long-term relationship, probably where they're living together, right? Where there's been some arguments, discord, frustration, and a lack of trust. Now this information is coming through. It's like, I can't lie to you. I know what really happened, and it looks like you were right to assume that that was what was going on. Hello, Raymond. How are you doing? So, just jokes, can I ask you if you're trying to be a misogynist right now? Or am I reading it wrong? I'm not down for people insulting all men, and I'm also not down for people insulting all women. We have to be cautious about what kinds of things we say, what kinds of expectations we have, and I have no room in my live chat for that, just to be clear. What? How do they live, Matt? Okay. Just be cautious with how you phrase things, okay? Because when you're talking about it in the context of, especially if it's this gender, that is what it sounds like to me, okay? Oh no, are you dealing with a blizzard right now, Callan? I know Minnesota just got hit with a lot of snow this weekend. So we have the Lovers in the reverse and Death in the reverse. Interestingly, it's clarifying the same column that had Death in the upright. I think this is saying we have someone who, in the context of a relationship or in a friendship, promised or committed to ending something. I know this makes you uncomfortable that I'm talking to my ex, even though I'm not interested in anything like romantic with them or physical with them. Out of respect for you, I will stop talking to them. But they didn't. Or, hey, you know, I caught you on the dating app, but we just got exclusive a couple weeks ago, you know, like, why are you still on there? I don't think this is just a couple weeks old relationship, to be honest, though. You already got, like, relationships established with the family, so this would indicate you know each other a little bit more than that. We have the Wheel and the Ten of Skins or Ten of Wands. So now that I have this information confirmed, now that someone's finally been willing to tell me what they know, I have to make a choice. Wheel of Fortune is about change. There's something else that seems to be calling this person's name. There we go. This is the Energy Oracle. Elusive is like somebody who is evasive or not necessarily very forthcoming with information. That's funny. So we have Goddess of the Moon. We did already have the High Priestess come through, so that makes sense to me. I feel like this is your energy. If this reading is for you, it's saying you knew something was going on or was still going on, even though someone told you it was done. Even though someone told you, no, I would never do that to you. And now you got someone saying, yeah, you were right. That person is doing what you said. That person is lying about what they ended or walked away from. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. So there's protective energy here in the form of a friend or someone who genuinely cares about you in a platonic way, giving you information to make sure that you understand your situation truly. So we have door to romance and Archangel Gabriel. Yeah, I think this is someone who's in a relationship and they have lied about whether or not something has been concluded. Now, for most of you, I think this is communication, like there's an open line of communication with an ex or someone they shouldn't be talking to. But for others of you, this could be somebody who has been dishonest about who they actually are to their partner. Not necessarily their actions, but I said I liked this, or I said I did this, or I said I liked that you're like that. They have to be honest about something, but it appears they're not comfortable being honest. So a family member is literally saying, just so you know, you were right about that. It do be like that sometimes. Have a good week, Joab. Divine Masculine, Yang and masculine energy. Thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. And depth, awareness, importance, value. So even though at first it was just a suspicion or just my intuition, now I've got confirmation that somebody was flirty or thirsty or inappropriate with someone else. That seems like a great request. What's your favorite kind of cheese, Rachel? So we've got shocking, turmoil, trouble, unexpected, escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. So if you're an evasive person, this is what you do. And we've got someone who is bluffing. I made you think that everything was fine, or that I was acting the way I should, or that I blocked my ex. But the reality is that I just didn't want to be honest with you about what was going on, or I'm not done flirting with that person. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. We got some lustful energy here from a person who probably should have been focused elsewhere. Probably should have been either faithful or considered breaking up with someone before they, you know, plant a new seed. It's like starting a new book before you finish the one that you're halfway through. I do that. Hello, Raziel. How we doing? Knight of Swords, the Hermit, Temperance, and the Page of Pentacles. So this truth or this validation comes through. It makes the Empress, High Priestess realize, okay, so that is what really happened. I guess I was right. But now that I have that truth, even though it's a bit frustrating or disappointing, it does free me to make a different decision. So we have someone, I think, who's ending the relationship and realizing it's okay, it's not how I wanted it to go, but now that I know for sure, I can build a new chapter. I can build a new life for myself. I agree, Rachel. American cheese is not cheese. It is a cheese product. I do love cottage cheese. That is good stuff. So we have the Five of Pentacles, Knight of Cups in the reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So blocking someone, walking away from this relationship, even though I know they're going to be frustrated. I know they're going to throw a little pity party for themselves, but this too shall pass. I know it's going to be disruptive. I know it's going to be difficult to make this change. And maybe this person that I need to break up with is going to be a whiny willy. But that's okay. It's not going to stop me from making the changes that I need to make in my life, because this person was dishonest, or this person doesn't seem to want to actually be respectful towards me. Axeman, would you like to be the next person that I block from my channel? I'm going to say hello to you because you were greeting people. But if you could just like talk without it always being about religion, that would be awesome. Just really looking forward. We're talking about cheese right now. Do you want to tell us what your favorite cheese is, Axeman? If I had to guess, I would think that Axeman likes Swiss cheese. That would be my guess. I don't know what that means, Rachel. Yes, I do enjoy the white cheddar from Vermont. All right, so we have another reference to truth coming out. We've got sword, pierce, cutting, truth, sting, and boundaries. In life, you're going to have moments where you learn information or you hear something that is like a punch to the gut, right? You might even feel like you need to double over. You might even feel like you need to cry. But it's not about the things that happen to you. It's about how you respond to the things that happen to you. And in this situation, I feel like we have someone who's saying, I suspected this was the case. Now we have someone who's confirming it for me. I don't really have time to be sad about it. I've already mourned the loss. I've already had to accept this wasn't really what I thought it was or what I had hoped it would be, right? No, you didn't. Oh, man. Of course you do. Yes, I agree, Matt. Okay, so we got leadership, channel, and the universe. Teacher, guide, entrepreneur, sharing wisdom, and global. This is someone in the family who's saying, okay, I'm just going to say what other people aren't saying because it really already seems to me that you already know what's going on because you're a very perceptive or observant person, right? downloads, claircognizance, flashes, information, and deliver. So you basically already figured out the puzzle. It's not that crazy for me just to be like, yeah, you got it, right? The universe, God, source, intelligence, prayers, support, and above. So even though this is a difficult truth to get confirmation on, I do think that the High Priestess feels a sense of support, knowing that this individual who has confirmed the truth for them genuinely cares, you know? When you have difficult things going on in your life and there is a friend who genuinely wants to be helpful and see you do well, that can be a huge difference in how you process that situation or how you feel about yourself. And I think this relationship is ending with the person who lied to you, but the person who has been honest and confirmed your suspicions, this is someone who genuinely wants you to do well and be happy. Hello, Kenny. I am not. I don't know who Gretchen Morgan is, but I guess I should look up Prison Break. Yeah, I feel that, Raziel. Oh, I hope you don't have to wait too long, spiritual healer. I told you we have enlightenment. That's why the candle decided to light the other wick. It's interesting. It might just be because of the fan blowing the flame. So we have seed, potential, fertility, idea, budding, future, and capable. Yes, there are sacrifices or difficulties, betrayals along the way. But I still feel like whoever I'm reading for, this High Priestess, you still have a lot of amazing things that are going to happen for you. And it could be that this breakup or this ending is super important, laying that foundation or the groundwork for you to be able to have that success or be where you're meant to be, right? Rachel, you crack me up. Just in case y'all think I was lying, here's the one where I didn't light this wick, right? Because it just gets too hot. Oh, she's so hot right now. Look at that. I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to like blow one of them out. It's getting hot here, you guys. That's fair, Raziel. You do have to be defensive of Wisconsin. If I'm gonna get me some cheese curds, especially the fresh kind, squeaky kind, then I want those cheese curds to be from Wisconsin. I will be hooks. Just jokes? Are you saying shut up? You can't allow someone else to have a different opinion? It's cheese, homie. Chill. And you got the angry emojis too? If your username is just jokes, then shouldn't you be able to like take a joke or two or like be a little bit chill? Huh? Yeah? I hate you. I can't believe you would say that. You have to agree with everything I say. It's all right. It'll be okay. We've got soul searching, treasures, uncover, dormant, gifts, and answers. Answers being, I think, the operative word here. And then spirits, the other side, souls, veil, mediumship, and contact. So whatever you, or this High Priestess, if it's not you, had picked up on is confirmed. And I feel like this process, even though it's probably a bit painful and also probably disruptive, is a leveling up in that person's intuition because they start to trust it more. It's like, okay, so I guess that was the best, right? Okay. Well, yeah. We just gonna let that go. This is the Tarot of the Cat People. I don't know what happened. I just asked them what their favorite cheese was, and then everybody got really mad at each other. And now we're not friends. I don't know. I mean, like, their football team literally has cheese heads. How are you going to go up against that? Also, if you want a good Bloody Mary, go to Wisconsin. I think the place is called Sobelman's. I don't know if I've already mentioned this around you, Raziel, and I don't expect that you've known about it. I think that's in Milwaukee. Sorry, I have to adjust the nose ring. Hold, please. I ordered a Bloody Mary there and also lost my ID there, by the way. And the Bloody Mary was like this tall. So, if you like Bloody Marys. Just jokes. Do you want me to block you? Do you want a little time out? Do you? Just asking. Hello, Alma. How are you doing? Knight of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. Because I feel like that's false advertising if you say you're just jokes, but then you also get butt hurt all the time. Knight of Pentacles is a card that talks about long term. So even though you have invested in this connection or maybe even began to feel like you were a part of that family, it's like the universe wants you to understand that you will still be getting what you deserve. Even if it's delayed, even if you have to start over, even if you have to meet someone new or go through a divorce, you're still going to get that happy connection or that sense of belonging, right? It just might not be with the person that you were dealing with. Ten of Cups, the sense of belonging I was talking about, and the Magician in the reverse. Have you ever wanted to belong somewhere that you didn't? Have you ever wanted to be a part of a crew or a friendship group or part of the cool people at work? And they were like, no, ew, you like American cheese. I feel like I should say shout out to Flower, just in case she watches this live stream, because I know if we're talking about cheese, she's going to be up in the live chat. Well, not like adding to it, but like having her own opinions. That's true. Uh-huh. All right. Well, Just Jokes, since your screen name is Just Jokes, do you have any Chuck Norris jokes for me? Let's move on past the like butt hurtness, shall we? Hello, Erin. How are you doing? Yeah, Raziel, I think the like ratio of bars to people in Wisconsin is higher than the ratio of churches to people or like grocery stores or something. It was something like kind of funny. Yes, that's true. I think also the Vikings fans might have a little bit of self-hate. I say this as someone who's from Minnesota and has a Vikings t-shirt. What's that? You've never seen me wear it? Uh-huh, for a reason, because they always lose. Uh-huh. We got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This person who felt like they could lie to you, if you're the High Priestess, they might have been a little bit overly confident on how things would end up for them. And I feel like this change or this ending in your relationship is much more detrimental or difficult for them than they would have expected it to be. And that could be because there are people who judge them for, you know, wasting someone's time. Two of Pentacles in the reverse, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Wands in the reverse. And also because this seems to be someone who always likes to say everything is fine even when it's not. You know? Six of Wands feels to me like a little bit of like a braggy type of energy. Like, oh, I make more money than all of you put together. Oh, my car is newer and more expensive. Oh, and my spouse is 10 times hotter than yours. Hello, Rahul. How are you doing? You lived in St. Paul? I might not be able to give you all the details, but Raziel, if you know the High Bridge in St. Paul, I fell off the side of it. It was a pretty epic bruise, too. I slid down like maybe 17 feet along the side and landed like a rag doll on a like cut tree. And if I had landed just like 2 feet to the other way, I probably would have gotten stabbed by it. That's fair. I do kind of miss it, but I don't miss the weather. Now, saying that, we did legitimately have some snow falling today, so I guess it's not that much better. I know, but I'm super clumsy. It's okay. It's just a really great story, and I even have a picture of the bruises, but you guys don't get to see it because the bruise was right here. I kept that one to myself, okay? It just makes me laugh when I look at it. It's best to wait a few months because right now it's probably a little bit cold. All right, what else do we have? Six of Wands in the reverse. This is someone who feels like they can... The High Priestess feels, okay, now that I know the truth, now that I've taken action, now that I've ended this relationship or made a change in my life, things seem to be getting better. Things seem to be moving in the direction that I want them to. But that other person, what did we call them? I don't know. The one who was not honest and mistreated the High Priestess, they're struggling. There's always this, like, after a breakup, who's the winner, who's the loser, who's going through a glow up, who's not. The High Priestess is the one with the glow up. And their ex is struggling, may have lost some friends, may have, you know, kind of been outed as a person you can't really trust. Because let me just say it like this. This feels to me like there is someone that was known to the group, was known to the family, that was getting involved with a person that was in a relationship. And when you find out that someone was cheating, or when you find out that someone was willing to be like a homewrecker in a marriage, right? That might call into question what you think about their other morals or principles, right? There's this guy that worked for someone he viewed as like a father figure. But once he found out and spoke so highly of him, once they went on a traveling like work trip and homie was out here trying to cheat on his wife, this guy was like, how can I trust? I don't even know if I could work for you anymore. because I've met your wife and your wife is awesome and you're out here acting like you're single. It changes how you view people, not just because you're worried they're going to potentially cheat on you. That's not always the case, right? Sometimes it's just, if you can lie to that person who you think or who you claim is like the most important person in your life, then how difficult would it be for you to lie to me, right? Hello, SCU, how are you doing? Pumpkin pie is banging. I don't know, man. I don't really like pumpkin pie. It's medium. I'll eat it if it's there, maybe. But if we talking about like Thanksgiving, I would much rather see an apple pie. I know. Three of Wands and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So now we have someone who's had like a little bit of a falling out in their life because everyone's looking at them differently. Now we know what really happened. Now we know that your relationship has ended and that you were lying or that you were, you know, knocking boots with someone you shouldn't have. So I feel like there's some lonesomeness here. There's some, I guess I don't have friends anymore, or I guess my family doesn't really choose me. I broke up with a boyfriend once and had the sister say, don't worry, I know it was his fault. You don't have to explain it to me. I know it was his fault. Now, she was probably right. But sometimes family doesn't always equate to you're always right. You know, you have to have that ability to use discernment. And I feel like we have someone here who's like, I just can't keep a secret anymore, or I don't feel like you deserve to be treated that way. What do we want? We'll go with the Gilded Reverie. Yes, exactly. I think that's an excellent way to phrase it, Rachel. Can I start calling you pumpkin pie? Hello, Marsha. How are you doing? So alert, we have a titty. This is the woman without a shirt, and there is in fact a woman with a shirt, same number. So we do have someone who was not acting right as it pertains to their physical intimacy. They were committed elsewhere and they felt like they could get it elsewhere. I feel like a nickname is supposed to be like fewer syllables than the actual name. Right? I've got number 12. It's so funny because I just became aware, like I'm hearing the birds that are chirping outside my window. There are people who are talking about this end of a relationship and this person who is unfaithful. And I feel like friends, family, or acquaintances are looking at this person like, you aren't who I thought you were. How can I trust you anymore? Because clearly you were two-faced to that person. Clearly you didn't want to be honest. So now I have to call into question anything you've told me and wonder whether or not you were lying about that as well, since apparently you're very comfortable lying to people. So we have the clover, number 2, and the bouquet. Honestly, we might have everybody choosing to be on the High Priestess's side. Like, hey, you know, I'm sorry that happened to you, but I'm excited to see that you're changing your life. I'm excited to see that you got a new place to live. Oh, you're looking great. I think things really start to go well for the High Priestess after this relationship ends. But the reverse is true for their ex, because people now see them as someone who is selfish, someone who does whatever they feel like and then lies about it. Liar, liar, pants on fire. This is What's the News? And wow, we are already at 50 minutes. I will probably call it after that one. Hello, JR. How are you doing? Oh, you like my shirt, John? Thank you. Swept up. And schminky ways. You're like, Carmen, what is schminky? Okay, first of all, can we just talk about how the devil here certainly has a whip, right? Appropriate for the channel. But also, look at that interesting outfit choice. Any of you have this? Don't tell me, actually. I don't want to know. So now we have somebody who's starting a new relationship, probably with the garden tool. But I don't think people are taking him seriously. We have my boo, official status, exclusive relationship. Karmics and key player, important person, playing an essential role, irreplaceable, and third parties, haters, lesson learned. Sometimes you have people who cheat. And when their like original relationship ends because they get caught, there's this, oh, well, now I guess I could like date that person that I was having the like affair with, right? Let's see how that goes. Okay. I don't know what the actual percentage is, but if I had to bet, I would bet money on something like 75% of relationships that start off as affairs and then the other relationship ends and then they decide to be an exclusive relationship lead to or end with another cheating. Why? Because that's how you built the relationship. If you build a house on 2x4s into the ground, no cement, if you don't care about building code, you're probably going to have a roof that collapses in on you. You're probably going to have a deck that doesn't last. Same applies to building a strong foundation in a relationship. If you build it on some sort of lack of trust, such as cheating, then how can you expect it to weather the storm? How can you expect it to put up with the, like, tornadoes of love life, right? Thank you, YouTube maid. I appreciate the thumbs up. Hello, user. How we doing? If there is... So I was literally just going to say if there's a name you want me to call you, but then you start off with that. Is it Rosella? I hope I'm saying that right. Will Rosella and Adrian reconnect and be together? Aw, I'm so sorry that you're sad. I'm sending you a big ol' hug. I've written that down for you. I'm going to start in 2 seconds, but I got to write this other one down too. Yes, the way you lose them is the way you find them. Thank you, Louise. I hope you're having a good day so far. I want to know, why do I see things of Shar and Chris? Vic, every time you come into my live chat, you say, can you see me? And I don't know if you're just like the weirdest, funniest person ever, or if you really think I can see you. But no, this is not a two-way mirror, sweetheart. This is YouTube. You're here to watch me. Are you John Cena? Because no, I can't. I like you. You're funny. Yes, I appreciate it. Vic, just stop. I've answered that question like 5 times now. Okay, homie? Let's move on. we're gonna dive into Rosela's question. Thank you everyone for listening to the general reading, and thank you for the likes and subscribes. So will there be an opportunity for Rosela and Adrian to reconnect and be together? Interesting. 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Wands, Fool in the reverse, 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords. So there's something here that distracted Adrian. It could be something like a family obligation. It could be an attraction to someone else. But there's something here that I think he does or he will feel foolish for getting distracted by instead of giving you the attention you deserved. But then I also see that there is a decision to try to make things better. So I do feel like reconciliation is on the table, but it might require a little bit of time for someone to, swallow their pride. Yeah. Have you ever said something and in your head, it sounded great, but then when you actually vocalize it, you're like, ugh, don't hit me. I feel like this is someone who felt more confident about their approach to the connection with you, and now they're feeling kind of silly. Now they're feeling kind of stupid about it. Or foolish, right? Maybe I made a decision too quickly. Maybe I should have, talked to you about it before I moved forward with a decision, right? King of Cups in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse, and 8 of Pentacles. So what I would say the call to action for you is to do whatever you can to get to a point where you accept whatever ending happens with this connection. If you are stuck in that, like, why me? Why did it go this way? Why can't you call me? I feel like it is actually repelling this person or like making them not want to come back around, even if they can't hear it, right? There's something that I see with your energy shifting. It's like, I don't know if it's true for you, but where I'm at, spring is about to spring, right? Spring is about to make everything feel all exciting and green and beautiful again, right? This is saying find something you can put your energy into that is not missing this person. I don't know if it's learning how to knit, CrossFit. Oh, now I feel like I have to rhyme. Or sewing an outfit. I'm sorry, that was really lame. You're gonna do something here that is focusing on yourself and that actually manifests this person in. But it's like, you can't look at it. You know what I mean? Like it's the sun on one of those, what do they call it? Eclipse days. Sun's in the reverse. Don't look for him. Don't wait for him. Work on things for yourself. And I feel like that brings this person back. So whatever you can do to improve yourself or work on the things that you need to, maybe it's as simple as organizing your closet, It'll make you feel better. And that energy shift is something that Adrian will pick up on. I know. Believe me, girl, I know. But I know that you are capable of it, and I'm also sending you a giant hug. If Adrian deserves you, he will do right by you. If he does not deserve you, you're going to meet someone else who will do right by you. But I don't want you to settle, and I don't want you to chase, if I can ask that. Hello, Aaliyah. How are you doing? Hello, Constantine. How are you? I feel like I missed a tip. Hold on, you guys. Hello, Gab. How are we doing today? Al's thoughts about me? Did he try to cross paths? Awesome. I've added that for you. And have a good one, Aziel. Hello, Sadana. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry you're dealing with that, Louise. Hello, Viburnley. Aw, thank you, Gab. So let's see. We're going to go with the Marseille Cat Tarot for Louise. Louise, I'm sending you protective and healing energy. You may want to spend a few minutes each day imagining some like white shield or white dome around you that blocks out the energy from Shar and Chris. That could help you limit how often you are seeing things like this. But let's see why. Why are you seeing scenes with Shar and Chris? Wow, okay. Temperance in the reverse. Three of Cups in the reverse. The Hermit in the reverse. And the Hanged Man. It's so weird because I've pulled 4 cards. 3 of them are in the reverse. The only one that's in the upright is the card who talks about people being in reverse. Why are you seeing this? I think it's because Shar is thinking of you. There's something here that has like rattled Shar. I feel like she's obsessing over something. Page of Swords in the reverse. Four of Swords in the reverse, Magician, and the Emperor in the reverse. There's a problem with trust between Shar and Chris. Something that has had like repeated problems or caused repeated problems, and it's like, why aren't you fixing it? Why aren't you addressing that problem, right? So is Shar like missing Louise? No, this feels to me more so that Shar is comparing Chris to you. I'm not gonna, deliver any false hope here or anything. I do feel like Shar is like kind of moved on or not really looking backwards towards you, but there is something that you offered or some characteristic about you that she wishes Chris had. And that's really bothering her. Like, why can't you be like Louise in that regard? Well, because you chose someone other than Louise. If you want that kind of person, then you should probably stick with Louise, right? So she's comparing you two. Will Louise be able to block this out? Not yet. You may not have cut the cord. You might have some part in this. You might be drawing this information into you as well. So I don't know what habits you could potentially change, but at the very least, I would think listening to different music, watching different shows, or not looking at pictures or messages associated, anything like that that might potentially drum up this emotion for you, boot it. Hello, Belinda. How are you doing? Luis, I hope that was helpful. You've tipped me again. I want to make sure if you have another question, let me know. It's helpful if you include it in the super chat, but you did have what's going on. So I don't know if that was what you were trying to get me to do. Well, let's just see. Why is she upset? Immaturity. She feels like Chris is not mature. Perhaps with regards to expenses. There's something impulsive here. And I don't think she likes it. She's like, couldn't you just like plan a little bit better or like anticipate that maybe that would be a problem? So a little bit of frustration or disappointment. Oh, yeah. Is she doing black magic on Luis? No. But I would still recommend that it's meditation, no music, no TV in the background if you can. Close your eyes and imagine a white dome, shield around you. But I feel like it's both you're thinking about her and she's thinking about you, and that makes it so that this information or this, like, the cord hasn't been cut, right? Hello, Dino. How are you doing? All right, so we've got Gab up next. What are Al's thoughts about Gab, please? King of Swords, the World, Page of Swords in the reverse, and Temperance. This looks to me like someone who's saying, I'm done. I'm over it. I don't think I can deal with this anymore. Temperance is in the reverse, probably because this is someone saying, I just don't think that we mix like that. It's like oil and water. It's just, I don't know how to deal with this. Ace of Wands. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles. This feels to me like someone who's ventured off on their own or away from you, and now they're like, why did I do that? There's regret here, but it's not comprehensive. What I mean by that is it's like, I feel like we're not right. I feel like we can't get along like we should, or I feel like I can't trust you. But at the same time, I feel like there's still a strong like attraction or magnetism between the two of you, right? I had to cut off a friend because she lied to me. And then like a year later, we ran into each other and I was like, okay, let's just talk. Let's see if we can work through this, right? Nope. Still lying. So I had to break off that friendship again. This is like someone who's trying to figure out, is it worth it for another chance or is it still a problem? So did he try to cross paths with Gab? Yes. With what intention? The Lovers and the Three of Pentacles. This is like, I don't feel like we were right for each other, but has anything changed? Is there an opportunity for a second chance? Could we maybe make it work? I don't know. Use your discernment, because I'm a little bit nervous about whether or not this person has done the healing work, but it does seem to be good intentions towards you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to, and I will see you on the next reading. Doodles.